students, so previous class we learned about two types of synthetic fiber, that is rayon and nylon. Today we shall see another type of synthetic fiber, that is polyester. So what is this polyester? Polyester is another type of synthetic fiber. It is also a type of synthetic fiber, that means it is also an artificial fiber. And this polyester is obtained from coal, air, water and petroleum. So this polyester is obtained from coal, air, water and petroleum, but this polyester is actually made up of repeating unit of a chemical called ester. Okay, so this polyester, it is actually made from the repeating units called ester, repeating unit of chemical called ester. So repeating unit means monomer. So we have discussed about these units in the previous classes. So if it is single unit, then it will be considered as monomer, right? And if it is many units, then it will be called as polymers. So single unit chemical will be called as, single unit chemical can be called as monomer, whereas many unit chemical will be called as polymers. Okay, so monomers, so many monomers together they will combine to make a single polymer. And ester, even it is made up of many repeating units of chemical, and finally its name is ester. But what is this ester? Esters are the chemicals which give fruits their smell. Okay, so these are a type of chemical which gives the fruits their smell. You know, fruits have different smell. Mango has its own smell, banana has its own smell, and so on. So the chemical which is responsible for the smell in the fruit is ester. But what is this ester actually? This ester is nothing but it is an organic compound. Esters are nothing but organic compounds. So what are these organic compounds and how will be these organic compounds? About these things you will study in higher studies. Alright students? So just keep in mind, polyester is also another type of synthetic fiber which is obtained from coal, air and water and petroleum, but it is actually made up of a repeating chemical unit called ester. And water esters, they are the chemicals which is responsible for the smell in the fruit. And if this polyester is mixed with natural fibers to make blended fabrics such as polycot and polywool. Students, if we mix this polyester, that is synthetic fiber, with natural fibers. So what are the natural fibers? Fibers which are obtained naturally either from plants or animals, they will be called as natural fibers. And we had seen the example too, like wool, cotton, silk and so on. So if this polyester, which is artificial fiber, if this polyester is mixed with natural fiber, there are so many types of polyester, students. Okay, so if those polyesters are mixed with natural fibers, they can be made into new fabrics, that is example polycot. So now what is this polycot? Polycot, it's a mixture of polyester and cotton. See, in the name itself you can find poly in the sense polyester and cot means cotton. So if we mix polyester with cotton, we will find one more type of fabric, that is polycot. Okay, and next, if we mix polyester with wool, we will find one more type of fabric, that is polywool. Okay, now what is polywool? It is a mixture of polyester and wool, whereas polycot is a mixture of polyester and cotton. And there is another type of polyester called terylene. What is terylene? Terylene, it's a popular polyester fiber. So there are so many types of polyesters. One among is terylene. So terylene is a popular polyester fiber. Now the chemical compounds used in making polyester fiber are called as petrochemicals. So for example, now see the chemical compounds which are used in preparing or making terylene, they will be considered as petrochemicals. What is terylene? Terylene is a polyester. Okay, and to prepare this terylene, we will use some chemical compounds, and those compounds will be considered as petrochemicals. Got the point, students? So petrochemicals are nothing but it's a combination of petroleum or natural gases with chemicals. So petrochemical means it's a combination of petroleum or natural gas with chemicals. So terylene is a polyester, and the compounds used in the manufacture of polyester fibers, they will be called as petrochemicals. Got the point, students? So this is about the polyester, which is another type of synthetic fiber. Now we shall see the advantages of polyester. So students, now we shall see the advantages of polyester. Polyester is used in cushioning materials in pillows. So this polyester, it is used in cushions. So often we can see in the sofa sets that will be used in our homes. So those cushion pillows will be made up of polyesters. Next, fabrics made from polyester. So fabrics mean clothes. So clothes made from polyester does not get wrinkled easily and is easy to wash. Okay, so the clothes, fabrics means clothes. So clothes made from polyester, they does not get wrinkled easily, and they are even easy to wash. The stains which will be on the fabric which is made up of polyester, it can be washed easily when compared to any other fabric which is made up of other type of material rather than polyester. So the stains on the material made up of polyester can be washed easily, and if the material made from the polyester does not get wrinkled easily, and hence it is more commonly used in dress materials and shirts. Alright, then PET, PET. Now what is this PET? Polyethylene terephthalate. Once again, polyethylene terephthalate. So repeat with me, polyethylene terephthalate. So what is this polyethylene terephthalate? Polyethylene terephthalate is a form of polyester and is used for making bottles, utensils, films, wires and so on. So this polyethylene terephthalate is another form of polyester. It is also a type of polyester. Like how there was a terylene. Okay, terylene, it was a type of polyester. Similarly, this PET, polyethylene terephthalate, is also a type of polyester, and it is commonly used in bottles. The bottles which we use for drinking, okay, or which will be used in the kitchen to keep the grains. Okay, so those bottles are made up of this PET, that is polyethylene terephthalate. And utensils are nothing but the vessels commonly used in kitchen, so they are called utensils. So in those utensils even this PET is used. Next, films in the sense here, students, it's not the movie. Okay, so film means it's a small finished stripe coating of plastics. Okay, it's a stripe of plastic which is used as a coating on usually on the wooden blocks. So you might have seen a piano or a guitar, and the outer surface of those piano or the guitar will be so smooth and gives a plastic sense in film, right? And that plastic coating and that shiny surface will be given with the help of this peg. Okay. So next, and these are also used in wires. Terylene. So is another use. So this terylene can be drawn. What is terylene? We have discussed before. Terylene is also a form of polyester. So till now we have come across two types of polyester. One is a terylene, another one is polyethylene terephthalate. Both are the type of polyester. Now this terylene, it can be drawn into very fine fibers and can be woven like any other yarn. So woven like any other yarn. Yarn means wool. That is commonly we used to say in our language, wool, woolen clothes, right? So even this terylene, woolen that will be made up of natural cotton, but even from the terylene we can draw into a thin wires, and that wires can be used for making clothes too. Okay. So these are the advantages of polyester. Now we shall see one more type of synthetic fiber, that is acrylic. Okay. So students, the other type, the fourth type of synthetic fiber is acrylic. So acrylic is a synthetic fiber and is prepared from polyacrylonitrate. So acrylic is also a type of artificial or synthetic fiber, and it is prepared from polyacrylonitrile. So I will repeat once again, it is prepared from a chemical called polyacrylonitrile. So it is also a type of polymer, and polymers are prepared by the process of polymerization. About that you will study in higher studies, okay, higher classes. So acrylic is a synthetic fiber which is prepared from polyacrylonitrile. Now, so these are, let's see the advantages of acrylic. So this acrylic, it is lightweight, soft, warm and has resemblance with wool. So acrylic is very lightweight. Lightweight in the sense it is very less in weight, easy to carry. Okay. So it is very lightweight and it is so soft, and it is warm too, and hence it has also the resemblance of wool. Okay. So wool, natural wool made from cotton. So it appears, this acrylic, it appears like natural wool. Okay. And it is cheap and durable. It cost less in price, and it is durable. Durable means we can use it for a long time. Okay. Next, it is extensively used in making sweaters. So as I said here, it has a resemblance with wool, natural wool which is made up of cotton, and which is natural wool is more cost in price. Hence this acrylic, it is more commonly and oftenly used in making the sweaters rather than the natural wool. And it is also used in tracksuits. Tracksuits are nothing but the clothes commonly used for running, swimming, exercising. Okay, such type of clothes will be made up of acrylic. And this acrylic, it is also used as linings for boots. Boots are nothing but shoes. So the inside lining of the shoes will be made up of acrylic. And blouses too. Okay, blouses which is used to wear for our hands. So especially the blouses which are made for bike, while riding the bike you will have some blouses. So the inner lining of those blouses will be made up of acrylic. Why they have used acrylic? Because the acrylic, it is lightweight, it is soft too, and even it is warm. Hence this will be used as lining for boots and blouses. And this acrylic, as it is lightweight, it can be used for clothes too. And it is often used in carpets also. So these are the advantages of acrylic. So today we learned about two more types of synthetic fibers, that is polyester and acrylic. So the further content will be continue in the next class. Today go through these points and note down all these points into the notebook. Remember these points. Okay, thank you.